Now we have here a chest supported version of our T-bar rows. Now the benefits of this one is it takes your lower back and your erectors out of the movement. So if you're a person that suffers with a little bit of lower back pain, or you want to isolate a little bit more, then we'll use a chest supported row because we have something that we can adequately brace into. Now, what we want to do, there's no adjustments on this. So to adjust the height, we can take 2 bumper plates and we can apply it to the base of the machine, of the equipment. Or if you're already at the adequate height and you're a tall fella like myself, then we can move into position, okay? Now, depending on what part of your upper or low or mid back that you're trying to target, you can get a little bit higher, where you're hanging off slightly over to the top, or you can stay really low, where your chest is firmly braced into the pad. I like to be a bit more on the in-between point, so we can target equally the mid back and the upper back at the same time. So torso brace, shoulders down, pull, squeeze, pull, squeeze. Now I'm using an overhand grip to bias more of my upper back and my traps. If you wanted to bias a little bit more on the neutral side, bias a little bit more of your lats, then we can use this neutral grip. Now the key thing with this one is to make sure your shoulders aren't rounding forward. Now, that leads me into common mistakes. A lot of common mistakes I see is people leading through a rotation in the shoulder, which yes, it does affect your traps, but not in the right way. So I'll give you a demonstration of that. Now we have 0 mid-back or lat activation in that movement, okay? And that can cause irritation in the shoulder from the constant rotation that we're putting in it. So we want to make sure everything in the posterior chain is retracted and activated before we move into our movement, okay? Now another common mistake we see is moving the torso too far away from the bench and using inertia to complete the movement, in opposed to having that upper back do its thing, okay? So this commonly happens when the weight's too heavy. You'll see, okay, fine, it's okay to have a little bit of torso lean, but make sure it's not the one driving, make sure it's not the driving force of the whole movement. So an adequate amount of torso lean will be after you complete the movement. Extend through the torso, squeeze, and come back down. Big round, extend through the torso. Make sure your stomach's not moving too far away from the pad, okay? All right, and that is the chest supported T-bar row.